Today I'm going to be sharing with you a game called Automobiles. We've played it about 27 times. We may have played it more, but we played it more than 20 times, so it is on
a score after a score.
This game we played with my in-laws and my husband primarily. It's just a game we all really loved and we just wanted to play it all the time once we learned how to do it. So, without further ado, Automobiles. Sorry, I have little boys. The goal of the game is to race around the track the fastest and get across the checkered finish line first. Automobiles is a bag builder, which is one of my favorite games to play. If you're not familiar with this concept, what it is, it's kind of replacing a deck of cards. It's giving you randomness in the game. So in this case, we're going to be putting these cubes, these different cubes that come with the game. These represent upgrades to your car or your pit crew. And then there's the gray and white, black gear cubes. This is what gives you speed to go around the track. And you're collecting these different varieties of cubes, throwing them in your bag and randomly drawing them. And those are the cubes you have to use on that turn. Super fun. And then you also get these, these are wear cubes, and these are just junk. They just junk up your bag and kind of slow you down because they don't do anything, and you kind of have to spend an action to get rid of them.
All right, Automobiles.
We played a ton.
It's one of the first games it's a game that we bought within the first year of really getting into board gaming.
That's true. And we introduced it to his parents and they loved it. So we had we had a group of 4 that we could play regularly, basically. Yeah. And pretty soon after we bought the base game, we got the expansion, which made it even more playable and gave it this whole campaign dynamic, or what was it?
Yeah, it was like a season, so you keep track over the season, and your engine, your wear, and everything stays in your bag from game to game. Well, it's like a racing season, you know. So the cubes in your bag stay. You can replace some of them, but not all of them, depending on. Anyways, and then you get points.
You had more invested in it.
And we didn't show, I don't think, that the board that comes with the game is double-sided. So you have 2 different styles of tracks, which is fun. And they came out with an expansion that added 3 more tracks, which made it even better.
Triple the fun.
Yeah, and so that's partly why we played it so many times, and also because it's a good family weight game. I like that about this, is that it's more of a family weight game. Not little kids, but
it's not super complex.
There's enough complexity to give people who want more of the strategic play something to think about, or you can set up the used cards that make it a little more easier. And if you have Ticket to Ride now or just some other games and you want something that is on the strategic side, competitive and friendly, you should check this game out. Even if you're not that into racing outside of gaming, it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's a good comparison. It isn't that much more complicated than Ticket to Ride. There's more going on, but it would be an easy jump.
You start the game with a certain amount of money to buy cubes based on your position, which is selected at random, and then
position at the start of the race. Yeah,
and then every turn you're pulling 7 cubes, I think it is. With those cubes, you can choose to move. If it's a colored cube, you can choose to use the ability that's associated with that color, which are written on these cards here. Or you can choose to use that cube as purchasing power to buy more cubes to put in your bag, or to put on your board, which will eventually go in your bag. And so it's fun sometimes in the beginning. I played games where the first round nobody moves because everyone just uses their cubes to buy more cubes.
To do upgrades, yeah.
Yeah. Or you can, so it gives you, there's a lot of fun in that. And there's
buying and upgrading.
Right. And in some of the tracks where people get in your way and stuff, it's not just It's an efficiency engine, sure, but it's not an efficiency engine by yourself. So if someone else, if you're like, well, I'm just gonna try to get a lot of black cubes and go as fast as possible, but then someone gets in your way and all you pull are black cubes and there's no black spaces to go,
You're stuck.
yeah, so that's what, it's a good mixture. The expansion, we like the expansion a lot because it adds some tracks. The other thing the expansion adds are drivers, and drivers will have specific abilities. It's very light, it's like a one rule change or something like that. I think the expansion is worth it just for the tracks alone. And then if you want to add the drivers, which add more complexity, or if you want to add the season, which is sort of like a campaign, or you're gonna race so many races, and then every race, your bags will mostly stay the same from race to race. You may play that way. The other thing the game has, which can be fun, is that you choose how many laps of a race to play through. So you can choose whether to have a really short game with just 2 laps, or if you want it to be long, you can play 7 laps. It's easily adjustable in time scale, and then if you have 3 people playing, or if you have it goes up to 5 people playing, you can just adjust the laps accordingly to change how long of a play you want.
I would say though, I felt like some of the drivers, their abilities, some of them weren't that great, and then other drivers' abilities were really great, and it kind of made it a little unfair.
It did seem like maybe some of the play testing in those. I don't know though, because we didn't play with all the different combination of powers.
But the combinations that we have gotten, it did feel that way.
Maybe some of those drivers are really good with certain ability combinations.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
It's not a game breaker. Like, I wouldn't say not get the expansion, but it is something,
like I said,
to consider. You might like the base game.
Even if you just have a family and all you want the expansion for are the extra tracks, it's still worth it because the tracks are different enough.
I have the fondest memories of this game playing with the base game over the expansion. Because we kind of stopped playing after we did one playthrough.
No, we played through 2 seasons.
Yeah, and then
which each
Mom
season,
and I got tired of playing it.
Because they kept losing.
Because we kept losing.
I think what happens with the seasons
because there's too many overpowered elements happening.
I think you have to
there's too much to think about.
You have to go for the long haul instead of the short term, and so
you have to change your strategy.
You also tend to get runaway leaders with the seasons. With one person's doing really well in the first race, well then they probably have a system down that's working, so they're probably going to do well in the second race too, because there's ways you could change it. They tell you to keep the same ability cards race to race, but you could change out those ability cards to swap up the system.
Yeah. I'm just saying the expansion isn't for everyone, and most people would really like it.
So you really like the base game?
I did. I really liked it. Yeah, and I'm still
And the expansion you would mostly just buy for the tracks.
Yeah.
I would buy the expansion for the tracks and the added abilities.
The diversity. Yeah.
I like the seasons, but that's not what made the game for me.
So anyway, that's Automobiles. We really loved it. Our in-laws love it. I wish we could play it more often.
We just bought many more games, and so we have to play all the games.
Flight of the Gamer. Too many games. All right, thanks for watching this review of Automobiles with us. It's on a score after score because we played it over 20 times, and we really like it. So we'd highly recommend it. It's a great family weight game, and super fun.
Has staying power.
A lot of replayability. All right, well, this was Jonna and Daniel reviewing Automobiles. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please remember to like it, because that really helps out our channel. And stay tuned until next time. Bye.
Bye. Do we have a scoring, like a rating system?
No. Oh, because we are scoring it.
Yeah, we didn't think about that. This is a must try. You don't have to buy it, but if 7 out of 7, if you're
7 out of 7,
if you like
7.
If you like a heavy Euro,
yeah.
maybe just like a 3 out of 5. know, maybe a 3 out of 3.
I'm so confused.
No, because 4 stars and 3 stars, there's not enough variety. Maybe at a grid of 16.
Or
7/8 out of an inch.